Hi everyone, today we're going to be discussing Quadeca's album, I Didn't Mean to Haunt You. This is one of my favorite albums I've ever listened to, but I just want you guys to look out for these topics in this video. If you don't know about the album, they'll be on the screen right now. Alright, anyways, let's get into the video.
Come to think about it, it's all in my head. Fuel tank blink, it's been running in the red. Praying for a green light, we can stay ahead. Nothing else seems right, you know what I said.
Track 1, Sorry for Dying. In this first track we see Quadeca talk about his own death and that he's already regretting it. I don't know if it's fully set in for him yet, but he's definitely feeling that regret. And we also know for a fact that he is most likely dead because we see lyrics so I am not a ghost and passing through these walls I used to call a home. So all these lyrics combined, and also some saddening lyrics like I just want to hold you without haunting, we can see that he's regretting his death and his decision he made, and that he's missing the people he loved. Track 2, Tell Me a Joke. In this track we see Quadeca seeing the people around him acknowledging his death, but these same people never spent the time to talk to Quadeca when he was with them, going as to say stuff like a familiar shadow that everyone knew, saying that people knew who he was but didn't care who he was. He was just acting like he was another person there. It almost feels like some of these lyrics like Laugh to the Grave is trying to convince himself that he made the right choice and that it wasn't a mistake in the end.
Don't mind me, I'm somewhere in between.
Track 3, Don't Mind Me. On this track we see Quadeca explaining that he exists, but he also doesn't. He's in a world, but it's just him and no one can see him. He also can see his mother moving on from his death. She's taking those things from him and trying to hold on to something to remember him. He also wonders if she remembered the little things that she had done after his death, like the lyric, "Have you canceled my Hulu subscription?" We also bring out from this track that what he says many times, that he's stuck in between, meaning he is dead, but he's not gone. He's stuck in between and he can't do anything. He's alone. All he can do is see people move on from his death. Track 4, Picking Up Hands. In this song we see Quadeca enter his childhood bedroom, and he sees that nobody has touched anything since his death. He also starts to remember those little things from his childhood, mostly some old memories. He would also leave a little bit of a mark on the world with the footprints of dust on the floor. It's the only thing he can really do, and it's really sad to hear some of these lyrics like, "Tried to call for the dog but he runs away from me now," saying that as like he's literally nothing and nobody can see him. He's just a ghost wandering.
I wasn't born yesterday.
Track 5, Born Yesterday. Now this song has to be my favorite on the album and also one of my favorite songs ever. These lyrics talk about things like his mother starts to move on from his death. She starts to rationalize by saying things like he's in heaven and things like that. But he's in heaven. He's in a purgatory. He doesn't want his mother to get over his death yet. And he honestly thinks that she is lying and that she does need him. And I think this fact is really starting to set in with him that his mom's moving on, all these people are moving on. And he regrets taking his own life. Track 6, The Memories We Lost in Translation. This is a short, beautiful song about him being upset about people forgetting him. Let's just hear a little bit of this because it's like pretty amazing to hear.
First things first, can we get shit straight? I've been alone.
Track 7, House Settling. And this is a big turning point for the album. So far we've seen Quadeca in denial about his death, but we haven't seen him completely lose himself. Let's talk about the house settling. The song starts off with some creaking noises, which I can only imagine is the house settling. We see Quadeca state, "I've been alone since you left me in your wake." He's not happy, and actually I think he's angry. There's also lines like, "I feel guilty, I can't say why." Quadeca is angry, but he also feels guilty for being angry. Now this very next line actually is what shows what he's doing. "Would you see me through the CO breaks my heart, but I'll give it a try." He's poisoning his mother. He's doing some crazy things. After this line we get a normal chorus, and we get a Danny Brown and the point of view of carbon monoxide, which if y'all don't know is a crazy verse. We get lines like, "When you inhale me, no you won't feel me, we're going down 6 feet." Track 8, Knots. Now this track is kind of a banger, but it's still kind of depressing as well. With the first lyric even being, "I walk around with knots in my neck and my chest and my neck and my chest." Now for other songs I've had to analyze and just kind of throw things at you, but I think we all know what he's talking about here. Anyway, let's move on. There are other lyrics in the song like, "I don't fade to black, I cut to static." I think this means he died, but he's stuck, and he's tired of being stuck, and he wishes to move on. Anyways, that's all for this track. Track 9, Fantasy World. This track kind of means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to other people as well, but I think it's a pretty simple song in my opinion. It's a ballad about talking about a fantasy world, a heaven, a place you want to go after your passing, and I think it's just a pretty beautiful song talking about where he wants to go. Track 10, Fractions of Infinity. This is my second favorite track on the album, so let's get into it. I think this track is the track of existentialism. I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure. Like the title suggests, he's a tiny fraction of infinity. And the lyrics suggest, he thinks he's none of this and nothing matters, and that he's just essentially nothing in a big universe. Going on to say things like, "Those words don't do you justice." I think with all of this now, he's finally realizing that he's ready for the afterlife and actually to move on.
341. You came out of the room and you were crying in a way that nobody could hear. I stopped kicking and screaming when you turned the lights on. You woke me up. I felt naked, I felt exposed, I felt like for the first time I was intruding on something.
Track 11, Cassini's Division. I think this is a perfect closer to such a beautiful and just such an amazingly crafted album. I think it's finally showing the wrap up of the story and him finally moving on from this being a ghost, something he hated and wanted to move on from the start, instant regret and all that. I just think it's a really beautiful and underrated track on the album. Okay everyone, I think now that I've shown you all the tracks, that I can finally say I've shown you how he's portrayed death and how he's done it in such a way that no one else really has in music before. I hope that gives y'all an understanding of the album and why everyone loves it so much that listens to it. And I would also like to add that Vanisher just came out and it's amazing, so please go listen to that. Anyways, I hope y'all have a good rest of your day and I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Please subscribe. See ya.